Do something different the next 90 days than you did the last 90 days, like picking up the books to read. Do something different, like the new health disciplines, relationship with your family, whatever it is, doesn't matter how small it is. If you'll start doing different things with the same circumstances, since we cannot change the circumstances, but we can change ourselves. We can change what we do. And then he gave me another secret to success when he said, what you have at the moment, Mr. Rohn, you've attracted by the person you've become. What you have at the moment, you've attracted by the person you've become. Few little simple principles here. Once you understand these, it starts to explain so much. Now, sometimes it's a little tough to take, blaming yourself instead of the marketplace, taking responsibility instead of putting it off on someone else. That transition sometimes is a challenging mission. And this one was a little tough for me. Shel said, here's the secret, Mr. Rohn. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Once I got that, it turned my life around. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. He said, if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. If you would have known me at age 25, you would have said, Jim Rohn's a hard worker. If you'd have known me, you'd have said that. I'm the guy, I don't mind coming a little bit early, staying a little bit late. I don't mind that. You'd have said, well, Jim Rohn's a hard worker. You say, well, how come he's got pennies in his pocket and nothing in the bank and behind on his promises? Well, I was a hard worker, but I was working hard on my job, not on myself. I'm telling you, if you'll learn that simple little principle and start the process today, latest tomorrow, I'll give you tonight to think it over.
Let's go, let's go. Good morning, family. Rise and shine, dreamers. Another blessed and grateful day. Excited to go ahead and dive into the information. Today is August 10th, middle of the week. Happy hump day. I'm excited, ready to go ahead and get into it. So for today, we are going to be talking about our personal growth, right? How to go ahead and improve ourselves today. And I'm actually going to give you a 3-step visual so you can start to understand there's actually truly levels, right? There's levels, we're human beings. The problem is many are living, but they're not actually, many are being, they're not actually living, right? So today I want to actually show you how to elevate your level of being to really start stepping into your true self, feeling abundant, feeling joy, and really understand why 97% of people live a mundane, average, lazy, lethargic life, right? So here's the truth, okay? I'm going to go ahead and dive into it. But first, let's go ahead and drop our gratitude down for today. What is everybody grateful for? Grateful for God, grateful to be alive, grateful for all of the lessons, grateful for the abundance, grateful for the dream team, grateful for everything that is going on because we know life is happening for us and is not happening to us. So let's go ahead and get into it. So many lessons, so much value has really been poured in already for this month. So I'm excited to go ahead and give it away. Here we go. So many of us, we've gone through this scale, and when you really start to see it and understand it, it's going to give you a visual of exactly where we are right here, right now. This is key to understand because without awareness, to know and not do is a whole different thing, but to not know at all is a different level, right? So when you truly have understanding of this and you have awareness, now you can become intentional with our thoughts, with our life, with our actions. So here we go. There's 2 different parts that we experience, right? I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you guys like this. We have an inner world and we have an outer world, right? So we have events that goes on, whether it's family, work, right, relationships, whatever's going on. These are all events. This is the outer world. But then we've also got the flip side, our inner world. So the outer world, you can go ahead and call this events. The inner world, think of it as our experiences is states, okay? So these include a lot of different things. This is our emotions, our instincts, our intuition, but our states determine our level of being and also our level of awareness. So this is so important to understand because when you start to learn that there's actually 3 different levels when you actually go through this, okay? So we actually have a child stage, We have an awakening stage and we have an adult stage. And this is big because here's the deal. Standards of living, our lifestyle, prosperity, and poverty, they're not determined by events. They're not determined by circumstances or even the outer world. They're actually determined by how we interpret what is going on in the outside world, right? By the lens that we get to put on. So our state of being, think about this. It's impossible. This is big. This is the biggest nugget probably to write down for the morning. It's impossible to have a low state of being and actually achieve high levels of success. I'm gonna say it again. It's impossible to actually have right here, right now, in the present moment, to have a low level of being and actually achieve high levels of success on the outside. This is why you guys, you hear it all the time. You hear it on network calls. You hear it in the books. You see it in the audios that we all get recommended to. A lot of the information is similar. Why is that? Because success leaves clues. This is laws of the universe. This is things that we can't fight. But to the average person, it seems like, oh, mumbo jumbo, that's just air talk. I don't care to hear that. But the truth is, it's actually scientific. So today, I'm going to go ahead and go through the examples of different beings so you can truly understand that there's actually, when we go through this, there's seven. There's seven different examples of actually being. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start from the lowest level. This is going to be our survival instincts, right? I don't know if you guys know this, but our brain is designed to do pretty much two things. It's designed to survive, and it's designed to keep us alive. That's what our brain is primarily designed to do since the beginning of evolution. That's why, a lot of us, when we end up coming into life and experiencing all these different events and circumstances, we're not taught to actually understand that we control our thoughts. We control our inner world. Okay, so the first level is going to be survival instincts. What does this mean? This is possessive. This is territorial. This is controlling, aggressive behavior. If you think about it, this is where most of us actually start subconsciously coming into the world. Survival instincts, right? And then we go up one step in the ladder. This is known as safety instincts, right? So safety, we all know what that is. We've all had to experience these at different levels of life, but safety is just like how it sounds. Defensive, fearful. We have tendencies to worry. We have tendencies to be jealous. We have tendencies to blame everybody else but ourselves. And this was me, right? At the beginning of my journey, I was blaming everybody for why I was not being successful, right? Why I was not seeing trading work the right way. Why I wasn't able to actually really see my bank account show up like how most others that I saw traveling. But as I started to go up in the ladder, I learned to look at life. I learned to look at business. I learned to look at trading, all these different skill sets a lot different, because I realized that we are trained and designed to think a certain type of way. That's why the beginning of all of entrepreneurship, most of the time, is simply rewiring, right? Changing the way we think, changing the way that we actually see and interpret life. The third level, right? Going up the ladder. This is huge. This is a pivot right here. Self-love and vanity instincts. Okay, that's what this ladder is called. Here's what this is talking about. You're starting to move up in the ladder, but you're still kind of stuck in your old life phase. You're still kind of stuck in your old thoughts. And here's what I mean by that. You're still judging others, right? We're still seeing others win, and we're still asking ourselves, well, why are they succeeding and I'm not, right? Maybe they're putting in half the time as you. Maybe they're still seeing more success. And we're making up excuses as to why we believe they're successful and we're not. This is that inner self-talk. This is that inner chatter where I'm telling you right now, it is so destructive. All right, we talk about it being able to compare somebody else's chapter to somebody else's, right? Even getting on these trading calls in the morning. You might have started with a $150 account. You might have made $30 for the morning. That's great. Look at if we compounded that for the week, right? 30 and 5, that's $150 for the week that you literally just made pressing a button on your phone. While some people, they might have had a zero on that number, but they might have also been in the game a little bit longer than you. So judging others is so huge. This is so important in this level because a lot of us tend to do it because we're seeing others win and we're not at that level yet. So this is one of the first parts. The other is reactive behavior. Okay, reactive. What does that mean yet? It means there's certain routines that are not developed yet. Maybe even the morning routine. Maybe you still have not gotten to the point where you can't not check your phone in the beginning. I'm going to be honest with you. This was hard for me. Being a trader, that was one of the first things I wanted to do in the morning is go and check my phone. Let me see my trades. Let me see what's going on. Even social media, checking the messages to go and get back to people. That is the worst thing that any of us can do, because we're reacting to the day. We're starting negative. We're starting in a low vibration. We're starting in a low frequency, and we're wondering why all the other work is not working. Because we can be doing all the work, but you learned it just now. The way that our state is everything, right? This is our being. Okay, so important. Not being able to judge, not being reactive, and starting to be proactive, right? Instead of checking our phones in the morning, we have the morning routine. You see what happens when some others are consistent, and you can see why the quantum leaps are happening. It's not a secret. A big portion of that has been due to the morning routine. So imagine even if we're consistent with this morning routine, look how many things we've already knocked out before noon, before even my call at 11. Look at this. We've knocked out journaling, meditation, working out, right? If you actually took the time to do so, right? Some silence. We've traded. We've already made our bag for the morning. We've already got our percentage for the morning. If not, even if we don't make our percentage for the day, that's part of trading, right? You're not going to win every single trade, but the beauty of it is being able to understand risk management. So this is all part of the process when it comes to the third level in this ladder of levels of being. Let's step it up a notch. Let's go to the fourth level, okay? States of awakening. Yes, one of my favorite words, right? Being able to become awakened is one of the most beautiful gifts of life. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, there's certain things along the course of my journey that really just gave me these clicks, these aha moments, and I never looked at life the same. You know, we can talk about all the way down from little things as the toothpaste that we use to brush our teeth, right? There should be no fluoride in your toothpaste, all the way to the deodorant that we use. There should be no aluminum in our deodorant. How about even sun gazing, right? I'm gonna be honest, I had no idea what sun gazing was until I realized that's one of the most spiritual parts of the day, right? In the morning, in the nighttime, most people see more sunsets than they catch sunrises. What if you were able to switch that? You want to really learn how to master your day, master your life, learn how to catch more sunrises than we do sunsets, because this is when the world is asleep. This is when you can truly have quiet, presence, peace of mind, and truly be in the moment. So awakening, right? State of awakening is talking about exploring win-win behavior, right? Start asking yourself QLQs. I wonder what happens when I start to actually get up before my alarm clock. I wonder what happens when I'm excited to hit the gym today. I wonder what happens literally when I'm drinking only greens, alkaline fruits, first thing in the morning, right? How do you start to feel? How does that make you feel even right now just thinking about it, okay? This is big. You start to develop personal power. You start to not just get up every day, but you start to live. You start to be excited to jump into the day, and this is where the magic happens, because now all the activities that you used to tell yourself, I have to go and do this, guess what you say now? Yes, I get to do this. You see the switch? That little switch in just your state of being is so crucial, because now I'm telling you right now, the vibratory state that you're being, if you just change that and keep even the same level of activities that you're doing, you're going to see a shift, let alone if you turn it up a notch, let alone if you get a little bit more intentional with all of the work that you're doing. So this is big, right? I know what it's like. I know what it feels like to start to really put all of these things together. And even for everybody on here, how do you feel now that your morning routine has been consistent for 2 days, 5 days, 7 days, 10, right? 16. Some of you guys have really been on fire, and I can see the awakenings, right? I can see you have a little bit more vibrance. I can see you guys excited, honestly, doing some of the same activities you were doing before, but now you've got a little bit more pep in your step. Now you have more confidence, more belief. This is the magic, right? Let's move it up. Number 5, discovery of love. This is big, okay? When we're talking about love, we're talking about self-love. We're talking about that self-talk. We're talking about, what do you actually believe that you are worth, that you bring to the table, the value, the skills, the knowledge that you can take in, and the wisdom that you can go ahead and implement it with, okay? Discovery of love. This is learning the practices of unconditional love and accepting easily, and also being able to forgive, okay? Forgive. I mean, literally being able to take all of the baggage that's been weighed on you. You're going to have to let that baggage off to step into the new life that you're looking to go into. I'm going to tell you right now, I've been there, right? Whether it's hate, it's jealousy, it's negativity. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a family member. I don't know if it's somebody on social media. I don't know if it's somebody, that's there in your city. I don't know what it is for you, but you've got to figure out what is that baggage and let it go and put it down. I can't do it for you. Nobody else can do it for you. This is something that it's just on you. And my mentor talked about it a lot a couple of years ago. He was like, D, there's just some things that I'm not going to be able to give you a training. I'm not going to be able to give you a book. You've got to really dig deep inside and figure out what is that thing that's tugging you. What is that thing that's got you emotional every day? That's tearing at you and breaking you down for no reason that does not need to be there in your life. There could be a phone call that you need to make today. There could be somebody that you need to go take the time to drive and go see and let that off your chest. But this is the time when I know you cannot have any resentment. You cannot have jealousy. You cannot have hate. You cannot have anger. Stepping into the new level that you're about to go into right now, right here. I promise you that. You cannot have a low level of being on the inside and achieve a high level of success on the outside. You've heard it. You saw it, right? If you look at anybody who's truly winning, they've mastered the inside before they've actually seen the real abundance on the outside of life. And if they haven't, they'll always get humbled. It'll always go right back to the state of being where it truly deserves, okay? So this is big. We've got two more. The state of allowing. These are big. I love these two, okay? The state of allowing. This is being able to keep our hands open for the blessings. You see, when you're able to let go of the resentment, of this hate, of this jealousy, guess what you literally just did? You went from moving in all of these activities in your life with your hands closed. You can be writing the gratitude. You can do your journal every day. You can go ahead and put that on paper. You can give me the affirmations. You can put it out on social media. But if you're like this behind your back and your hands are closed, you're always going to be blocking your blessings. And the way you really do that, you let it go, and you're now able to allow the abundance, the beauty that's meant to actually come into your life, right? You're grateful for the little things that you have now. You're grateful for your bank account. You're grateful for everybody that's in your organization. You're grateful for the trades that are winning. You're grateful for the growth that you're actually experiencing on a daily basis. You accept life unconditionally. The good, the bad, right? We don't have bad days. We just have character building days. You're able to look at it in a whole different light. This is where the magic happens, okay? There's so many magical moments, but it's being able to actually see them, recognize them, and actually implement what the lesson is inside of our life, okay? So I don't move with judgment anymore. I don't see skin. I don't see hair. I don't see big, tall, small, little. I don't see any of that, okay? I'm able to actually move with no judgment and realize that we are all God's highest form of creation. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they show me something different, okay? And this is big. This is being able to move in truth. This being able to move in your power, being able to actually move with true humility. No matter if somebody's doing better, no matter if somebody's doing worse, we are no better, no worse than anybody that's walking. And this is humility. Okay, you've now started to allow the abundance that's ready to come into your life, and you're ready to experience the seventh state of self-reliance. Okay, we're stacking on top of each of these. State of self-reliance leads and is a high self-esteem. It's inner validation, right? It's being able to motivate yourself from within. What are your inner motivators, right? We can keep watching the videos. We can keep watching Neno get 24 personals in a month. We can watch ECX, Chris Reef go ahead and get 30 sales in a day. But what is going to be the real motivator inside to really go ahead and light that flame, right? It could be family. I don't know what it is for you. That's one of those things, again, you've got to take the time to figure out for yourself, because this is where you free yourself from all of the needs, all of the wants, and you love the journey, right? You're not attached to the outcome anymore. A lot of us were so worried about, I'm going to be happy when I finally withdraw this amount. I'm going to be happy when I finally get to travel. I want to be happy when I finally go ahead and hit this ring. I don't know what that is, but if that is the way that we're living, we're never going to be happy, because here's what happens. The second that we reach that goal, you're going to get the same feeling for the next one. And you're not going to have happiness until you go ahead and reach the next goal. Selfless service to others is one of the greatest gifts that any of us can go ahead and give to the world. Selfless service. Being able to give and not expect anything in return. This is something I had to learn along the journey. Even these calls, you look at this, I don't get paid anything for giving these calls, but I realize certain principles. The value that we give to the universe. You help enough people get what they want, you're going to get everything that you want. And the only way to truly do that is to understand selfless service to others leads to greatness. And the way you grow yourself is by pouring into yourself, right? You've got to take the time to pour into yourself so you can then go pour into other people. So that's my training for you guys today, family. And I truly see it. I see the growth in the ladders. I see the awakening. I see the breakthroughs and the breakthroughs. And this is what makes all of this well worth it. All right. Even if you're not at the state where you see yourself yet, you are exactly where you need to be. So I love you, family. Nothing but abundance, nothing but love, nothing but positivity on this side, sending it straight over to you. If nobody told you today, I believe in you. You are grateful. You are abundant. And this is the month where the switch happens and you start stepping into the real you, building that confidence, developing the morning routine, and start actually looking and perceiving life through a whole different lens that you actually deserve. So I love you, family. Go out and enjoy the day. It is Wednesday. Your favorite entrepreneur, Define Dreams. Remember, you can be, do, or have anything you can hold in your mind. You can hold it right here in your hand. Let's go. An abundant day ahead, family. Go out and crush it. See you guys at the top. The whole squad. Let's go.